Hello folks, welcome to another episode of the Red Devils Rebuild by Manchester United save on Football Manager Mobile 19. I've not done a video on this save for a long time. I kind of put it on the back burner, wasn't really going to play it again because the new Football Manager game was out. But I had a little bit of an inkling. I wanted to play this game and see how much I could actually win with this Manchester United team. We obviously won 2 Premier Leagues in a row. We won the Carabao Cup in our first season, and last season we won the Champions League as well. The only trophy we haven't won in England is the FA Cup. So this is our first season at Old Trafford, and back-to-back league titles, as I said, a League Cup and a Champions League to boot. And I thought, you know what, we're going to restart this series and just see how far we can actually go with this Manchester United team. The rebuild is complete. Obviously, we've won the league. That was the main goal. And then after that, the goal was to win the Champions League, which we did the second season. But now, can we establish another period of dominance for Manchester United in English and European football? So I'm not sure where we left off with the last episode of this save. So we're just going to kind of show you what things are like now. As you can see, the Premier League table there. After 19, we've played 19 games. Liverpool have played 20, but we are top of the Premier League on 48 points, joint top with Liverpool, who, as I said, have played a game more. We won 15, drawn 3, and lost 1. That defeat was at Anfield, and I believe that was a 1-0 defeat against Liverpool. If we go back, it's the only game we lost in the league, and it was 1-0 at Anfield against Liverpool. Roberto Firmino with the goal in the 3rd minute there. In this quarter-final of the Carabao Cup, we advanced against Liverpool on penalties. If we quickly look, the FA Cup, we've just played our 4th round FA Cup game against Chelsea, which we won 2-1 at Old Trafford. 2 goals from young Mason Greenwood. Morata there with a Chelsea goal on 25 minutes, but 50-50 possession there. Chelsea only 1 shot on target, which was their goal. But so 2 goals for Greenwood in that game, and then the league game before that, which was at Bournemouth at Dean Court down on the south coast. Hat-trick there for young Mason Greenwood, and he missed a penalty. That's 5 goals in the last 2 games for Mason Greenwood. He's absolutely on fire at the moment. Erling Haaland is injured. Got maybe 2, maybe 3 weeks till he's back. So I did originally say this was going to be the 2 legs of the Carabao Cup Semi Final against Everton. I've just noticed that we've got Liverpool the Saturday after this first leg against Everton at Goodison. So we are going to do in this episode of the Red Devils Rebuild, we are going to do, as I said, the first leg in the Carabao Cup Semi Final against Everton at Goodison Park, but also the top of the table clash there against Liverpool in the Premier League. If we win that game, we will go 3 points clear of Liverpool in the league. If we quickly look at our player stats, and Erling Haaland, even though he is injured at the moment, been out for a few weeks, he is our top scorer with 12 goals. Quickly look at Haaland history. 12 goals in 21 games and 3 assists, 7.33 average rating for Erling Haaland, and absolutely smashing it for Manchester United since he joined under Herrera. 6 assists. He's not played that many games under Herrera. He's played 21 games, 6 assists and 2 goals for under Herrera, so he's our top assist. Kieran Tierney with 5 yellow cards. I do want to play him at left back because I did sign him from Celtic. Want to play him ahead of Luke Shaw, but yeah, a lot of yellow cards there for Tierney, and still the highest average rating is Anthony Martial with 7.73. I'm surprised that Martial is not on our top scorer or our top assist, but he's got 11 goals and 3 assists in 23 matches from that left hand side, Anthony Martial. So he's been absolutely a beast this season out there. We won the Community Shield, as you can see. We're in the 4th round of the FA Cup. That will be against Barnsley after we beat Chelsea. We're top of the Premier League. Carabao Cup Semi Final here against Everton. So that's you kind of all up to date on where we stand with our season so far. Okay, so the team who are taking to Goodison Park to face Everton in this Carabao Cup semi-final first leg is David De Gea in goal. A little bit of a change back 4. Tierney, Maguire, Melito and Wan-Bissaka with resting Delo for the Liverpool game. Same with Holdsworth as well. So and Wan-Bissaka and Harry Maguire come in for those 2. Kai Havertz and Ander Herrera in midfield. Again, just resting Scott McTominay for the game against Liverpool. Williams in for Martial on the left. Gomez in for Zaha on the right. Pogba stays in the centre behind Rashford up front. We probably would have played Mason Greenwood in this game for his 5 goals in his last 2, but he's not 100% fit. He's not 89% fit, so we don't want to push him too much. Greenwood probably will maybe feature against Liverpool. I think he deserves that start. So Rashford is up top today then for the trip to Goodison. So let's get into this game. Manchester off to Everton then. First leg of the semi final of this season's Carabao Cup. Can we win another trophy, get to another final? Melito then into Wan-Bissaka will show us slow the speed down a little bit, just so we can commentate a bit easier. Then here we go. So it's Gomez on the right hand side, then can't get the cross in, dispossessed by Everton. Eder Melito clears it up, then at the back for United, but Wan-Bissaka, nothing comes of that attack again. But Everton, Calvert-Lewin, Everton are in. Good clearance by Melito there. Pogba was fouled, and it's a free kick to Manchester United. Very quick start to this game. Williams now with the ball into Wan-Bissaka. Gomez, Pogba, Williams scores. United are 1 up after 14 minutes. Williams with the goal. Fantastic start to this game for United. 69% possession now already. It's only 10 minutes gone. Super quick start there with the goal at Goodison Park here against Everton. De Gea with a long goal kick is cut out, and Everton are looking to counter-attack here. Past Melito, and De Gea saves well. That was a great chance for Everton there. United got caught out at the back. Williams, Tierney. United ploughing down this left-hand side with Williams and Kieran Tierney down there. 23 minutes gone then. Ander Herrera looks to be in trouble with the referee. He just gets a talking to. He's not booked on this occasion there, Ander Herrera. Williams bringing the ball forward into Pogba. Paul Pogba's got his foot on the ball. Can Pogba make something happen here with Kai Havertz as well in the same team today for Manchester United? Closing on half-time then, still a very dominant performance by Man United. Williams and Pogba, the two key men, as well as David De Gea in goal. A quarter of a way to Wembley then. Snowing here in Liverpool today. And United are making the best of it with Inaki Williams with a goal on 5 minutes. Super quick start from United then. And here's Everton now coming forward again. Calvert-Lewin, good save by De Gea. Pogba to Gomez. He's outnumbered by Everton defenders, but he finds Wan-Bissaka, who gets the ball in. Williams doesn't score there. Great chance for Williams to get his second of the game. But brilliant save from the Everton goalkeeper just before the stroke of half-time here. And there we go, half-time United 1-0 up with Williams with the goal. Marcus Rashford is not really performing up top. Maguire and Tierney are not having the best games either, but we go in at half-time 1-0 up in this first leg. So it's obviously, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, as they say. Harry Maguire clearing up at the back then. Mr. Dependable. Eder Melito. Herrera gives it away, and Everton are in and they've scored. Calvert-Lewin with the goal. Terrible mistake by Ander Herrera there in the midfield, giving the ball away. But so United have got a free kick then. Rashford to take it, swings it out, and Havertz is in there. Great chance for United. Ander Herrera made an absolute howler there to give Everton the chance to make it 1-1. If we look at our fitness levels, Herrera, Gomez and Williams probably need to come off, so we're going to get McTominay on for Herrera in that midfield. Going to bring on Wilf Zaha and Anthony Martial, the two big hitters out wide, with Pogba in the middle behind Marcus Rashford. We're not going to bring on Greenwood. It's a two-legged tie. We don't need to go crazy and try and win it in the first leg here. We just need to stay in the game. Wilf Zaha then with a free kick. Zaha looking for Rashford because they're out to a Manchester United throw. Obviously comes to that throw in. Everton with the goal kick then. Good ball out. Wan-Bissaka dispossessed him, looking for Rashford, and Rashford is fouled. It looks like Rashford has now picked up an injury as well, and I think we just used all of our subs. But as well, Zaha with a free kick. Melito in there. Wan-Bissaka, Havertz, Tierney overlapping on the left. Can Tierney get the ball in? Yes, he can, but nothing comes of it. Maguire, McTominay, Melito, Pogba. Yeah, Rashford's 74. He's been absolutely clattered down. Marcus Rashford. We can't make the change because they've already done all of our changes, haven't we? Just stick Rashford out on this left-hand side and put Martial up front for now. We don't need to be losing Marcus Rashford when we've already got Haaland out injured. McTominay, dispossessed. Pogba, Rashford. Great chance for Rashford, even though he is struggling with an injury. Still putting a shift in for the Reds. Rashford just blazing over the bar there. Great chance to make it 2-1 to United, but holding on then. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, the equaliser on 49 minutes for Everton. And it looks like Kieran Tierney has picked up a yellow card here. Just 15 minutes to go, then United are dominating the game, but somehow Everton sneak back in. The Marcus Rashford injury is not ideal. Hopefully it's not going to be too much of a serious injury for Marcus Rashford, and he will be okay to face Liverpool. Here come United and Milito, McTominay, Havertz, Tierney. What a goal from Kieran Tierney. Absolute belter from Tierney here at Goodison Park. Great team goal there for Manchester United. 2-1 up. And that is going to be all she wrote. Wilfred Zaha. Oh, another chance to, I think that's Martial in there. With a chance to make it 3-1. But Kieran Tierney there. What minute did he get that goal? 88th minute winner from Kieran Tierney. First goal of the season, I'm sure that said. Absolute awesome from Tierney there. PSG are chasing Paul Pogba with £52 million bid for Paul Pogba from PSG. We're not selling for £52 million. Okay, so I've not played the save for a while, so I've completely forgotten about this Paul Pogba contract situation. We can't afford his contract. He wants 400 grand a week. We might have to sell Paul Pogba because we just can't afford to pay his wages. I mean, we've got Scott McTominay and Rabiot in that midfield, and Herrera's there. We've got Kai Havertz as well. And that'll be something for the next episode. I'm going to play this Liverpool game and then look at the squad and see what we can do. We might have to sell Pogba because we just can't afford his wages. Yeah, not good. Okay, we've just had a bid of £121 million for Paul Pogba from PSG. His contract expires at the end of the season, and they come in with 121 million for Pogba. He's valued at 79, so I think for a player that has only got 6 months left on his contract, I think that's a bid that we can't really afford to turn down, to be honest. I mean, 121 million. Their move's only 40%, I think we'll have to just take it. We don't really want to sell Pogba, but with that sort of money, we can't renew his contract and it runs out in the summer. I think turning down that bid for Pogba would be silly, and we've got £121 million to go and buy a replacement for Pogba in that midfield. I mean, his form this season has not been as good as it was the years before. How do we look at his history? Here we go. Yes, I mean, the season before he had 12 goals and 6 assists. He was involved in 18 goals in 41 matches. That was very good. Then 11 and 2, so he was getting better. But this year, he's only scored 2 and he's only had 3 assists in 22 games. 6.90 average rating. The average rating for Paul Pogba has gradually gone down. 7.29, 7.09, 6.90. So the team to face Liverpool then, this top of the table clash in the Premier League is De Gea in goal, back four of Tierney, Milito, Holdsworth and Dalot, Rabiot and McTominay in midfield, Martial, Havertz and Zaha behind Mason Greenwood up front. Paul Pogba isn't in the squad today because of the speculation surrounding his move to PSG. £121 million bid from PSG. Erling Haaland is obviously not in the squad either because he is still about a week away from returning from his thigh strain. Apart from that, that's the team. On the bench we have got Henderson, Lindelof, Shaw, Herrera, Gomez, Williams and Rashford. So 95,000 at Old Trafford then. McTominay, Holdsworth, back to David De Gea. United passing it back nicely at the back. Mason Greenwood with the ball on the left hand side. Don't want to be too ticky-tacky at the back because Liverpool will snap on it and take advantage, but at the moment then 0-0. Not a lot of highlights going on. Probably a bit of a tight game. 2 top teams. Nobody really wants to lose this game. Liverpool have not. I don't think they've lost so far this season. No, they haven't. They've not lost. We've only lost once, and that was at Anfield against Liverpool. But it's a corner, then Greenwood with the corner, but nothing comes of it. Zaha. Oh, United there. Tierney with the ball on the left. Dispossessed there by the Everton left back. Kieran Tierney then with the throw. Dalot. Looking for Zaha on the right. Zaha. Free kick to Manchester United there. The foul was on the number 8. I can't remember. Zaha. Oh, straight at Alisson. Wilfred Zaha really wasted that chance there. Great opportunity to get the ball into the box, into the mixer, as they say. Romelu Lukaku up front for Everton, for Liverpool today there. Matip. Fabinho. Mane. Firmino. Lukaku. De Gea saves right at Lukaku's feet. Liverpool are swamping us at the moment in the midfield, and they've scored. Romelu Lukaku with the goal for Liverpool. Why did we ever sell him to Liverpool? I never know. And that takes Liverpool 3 points clear at the top of the Premier League after 21 matches played. No, hold on, just a bit of stuff on the screen there. So yeah, Ed Melito at the back, an absolute nightmare. We had Lindelof on for him. And we need a bit more help in the midfield, really. We're going to push McTominay back there as a defensive midfielder, play Havertz and Rabiot in front with Martial and Zaha. We put Martial up top and Greenwood on the left. Or can you play on the right? Yes, we'll play Greenwood on the right then as an inside forward, Wilfred Zaha on the left as a winger, Martial up front by himself as a complete forward with Rabiot, Havertz and McTominay screening that defence. Hopefully that stops Liverpool dominating the midfield. We got a chance to get our foot on the ball a little bit more and create something from there. Henderson into Fabinho, then passing him out nicely in that midfield, but Rabiot closing down, Kieran Tierney closed down there. That's a free kick to Liverpool. Hour gone here at Old Trafford, and Liverpool are just passing around with ease. Lukaku fouled by Lindelof. It's going to be a free kick to Liverpool just outside the box. Fabinho to take. Lukaku easily saved by De Gea. We need to quickly look at what we got on this bench. I mean, we've got Rashford, he's not fit. Williams on for Greenwood. Bring Gomez on. We don't really want. We're just going to bring Rashford on. This is a game that we don't want to lose. Bring Rashford on for Zaha. Put Martial back on the left. And Marcus Rashford goes up front by himself. And we'll push McTominay back into there as a central midfielder with Rabiot and Havertz either side of him. Set Kai Havertz as the advanced playmaker. We've got just under 20 minutes to get a goal and rescue something here from Old Trafford. A draw wouldn't be the worst result, but Martial then has got a throw into Manchester United on this left hand side. 89 minutes played. Diego Dalot, oh what a chance! Dalot should have scored. Rashford with the corner then. 19 minutes, nearly on the clock. Everyone's forward for Manchester United. And it's easy clears by Liverpool. Bailey with the ball. Fabinho. Coming out, one more chance. McTominay. Rabiot. Looking for Rashford but can't find him. Holds a few foot up the field. And the final whistle goes. Manchester United 0. Liverpool 1. Very disappointing result. Our first defeat in, it must be nearly 30 matches there. Liverpool dominate possession. No one's done us to that. No one has done that to Manchester United this season. They only had 2 shots on target. The only goal was from Manchester United alumni there. Romelu Lukaku. That's very disappointing. Losing 1-0 here, but that puts us 3 points behind. We're way in front of Spurs, obviously, and Chelsea and Manchester City, but 2 defeats now. We've only lost to Liverpool. I mean, the game that was going to decide this title was the 2 games between Manchester United and Liverpool, and we lost them both. We've still got a game in hand, so if we win that, we'll be on 51 points level with Liverpool. But today was the big game, the one we really should have won. The players, to be honest with you, didn't really turn up. Disappointing to lose 1-0 at home to Liverpool, but we move on. We've still got, obviously, a great chance of winning this league. Win our game in hand, and we'll be back top of the league. Yeah, Liverpool just took their chances at the end of the day, and we didn't. Because we did accept the offer, £121 million from PSG for Paul Pogba, but I've never seen this before. So the chairman is handling the details of the transfer, and you are unable to directly influence the deal. So it looks like the chairman is dealing with this deal. I mean, it needs to go through. 121 million in his contract comes up in the summer. There we go. Yeah, it did go through. Paul Pogba is gone to PSG then. £145 million to spend. We will be looking at the squad and sorting out what we need to buy in terms of replacing Pogba. We've got £145 million to spend, so we will look and see what we can do, see what players we can bring in. But then that is all we have for today's episode of the Red Devils Rebuild. We are back with the Red Devils Rebuild on Football Manager Mobile 19. There we did lose to Liverpool, our first defeat in the league since the 19th of August, which was our our second Premier League game. So we've not lost this second game of the season, which was at Anfield against Liverpool. Hopefully we'll be back to winning ways against West Ham and Norwich. And then in the next episode we will have the home leg of the Carabao Cup Semi Final against Everton, 2-1 up, of course, from the first leg, which we showed you, the first game of this video. So we go into that with a 2-1 lead. And we will show you the fourth round of the FA Cup as well, at home to Barnsley. Look, thank you very, very much for watching this episode of the Red Devils Rebuild. If you did enjoy the video, smash like, subscribe if you're new, share as well. It really helps out the channel. Really appreciate it. And we will see you again with Everton in the second leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final and the home game against Barnsley in the fourth round of the FA Cup.